Hi, I'm Carolyn Troiano, and I'm going to be your instructor for in-depth testing of computer systems that are regulated by FDA. This webinar will be presented by ComplyArena on March 24th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it'll run 90 minutes. We'll have mostly instruction, and at the end we'll allow time for questions and answers. First, we're going to talk about what it means to qualify your system for validation. How do you determine whether your system should be validated? Is it FDA regulated? We'll use the GAMP5 system classification method for learning how to do that. We'll also talk about some of the frameworks that can be used to enable you to develop a good test plan. And that would be your Computer System Validation, or CSV framework, and the System Development Lifecycle Methodology, the SDLC. These will help you plan, execute, and document your testing in compliance with FDA. Now, we'll also get into some of the testing types. You might be doing an in-house developed system where you have system testing, unit and integration testing, and you might also have application software. And there you might be doing an installation qualification, IQ, an operational qualification, or OQ, or a performance qualification, PQ. And the PQ is also known as the User Acceptance Test, or UAT. And we'll get into who would be doing these, how they should be done, and how you can leverage the vendor in the case of a package, in case of installed hardware. You can purchase those IQ, OQ packages directly from them in many cases. So we'll talk a little bit about how to reduce your time and cost and also be compliant. Within testing, we'll get into different types. How you develop your scenarios, your test cases, your test scripts, which all need to be done in your OQ and your PQ. We'll also get into stress and boundary testing. We'll tell you how to make sure you test the limits of your system's performance. And then we'll get into positive and negative scenario testing and tell you about the importance of including both types within your testing framework. The next thing we'll do is discrepancy resolution, and that's key because once you start testing, as soon as you have a discrepancy in your expected results, you'll need to go back and resolve that before you can continue testing. We'll tell you how to approve all of your testing documentation and how to document and write it up so that it will be compliant with FDA, and it'll meet everything you need to have it meet when FDA comes in and does an audit or inspection of your site. After that, we'll get into some of the industry best practices and tell you about some of the pitfalls based on experience, based on industry's experience, so that you don't fall into the same ones. We'll want to make sure you follow the best practices, you're armed with the right tools and the right framework, and that you can do your testing very successfully, very within compliance, but also in a cost-effective manner. The idea is to balance your cost and your compliance, and you can do that after you listen to this webinar and learn about our experience. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you at our webinar. Thank you very much.